Holland.
Good evening and welcome to Channel 8 Sports, where tonight we're pleased to bring you the Lady Bears soccer team against the Cedar Ridge Cougars here at East Brunswick High School. Hi, I'm John Meggiolaro, and joining me for tonight's action is East Brunswick High School boys winter track coach and official in the Raritan Valley Soccer Coaches Association is Kevin McEvoy.
Hi, John.
Kevin, welcome.
Thanks.
I would think we're going to see quite a game. Talking with Lou Cosa before the game, he said that Cedar Ridge is 6-0 and should give the Lady Bears some tough competition tonight.
Yeah, it's a good matchup. Both teams are on top of the red division of the Greater Middlesex County Athletic Conference. And this game is going to determine who's number one and who's number two. And so we're going to have a really good game, I think, tonight.
Kevin, when you look at East Brunswick, I mean, they're 9-0 overall, 8-0 in the conference. I think they've only given up 3 goals, something like 5 shutouts. I got to think Cedar Ridge is a little leery coming in here facing this powerful team.
Well, last year they matched up the same way. They came in undefeated when they tangled, and East Brunswick beat them, and they beat them again when they played over there at the Cougars' home field. I think I tend to agree with you that it's even though they're undefeated, they're a little bit worried, a little bit skeptical in terms of facing the Bears because the Bears are always, Lou Cosa's program is always tough, and yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
And we'll be talking about Lou Cosa's program as we carry the game tonight. But anyway, I see the teams are lining up on the field, so let's go down to the action.
So are we on?
Okay, while the teams line up, Kevin, I started to mention that the East Brunswick girls soccer program has a history of success. And just to read off a statistic, from 1978 to 1985, their record is 131 wins, 20 losses, and 10 ties. That speaks loads.
Speaks for itself, right?
Yeah.
And I think 2 years ago, Lou Cosa was also the Star Ledger Coach of the Year. He lost in the finals of the State 4 Championship, but because he had such a successful year, he was awarded that award by the Star Ledger, and it signifies that he was, the best coach in the state of New Jersey. And he was pretty proud of that, and I think he's looking forward to maybe not being Coach of the Year again this year, but looking forward to maybe winning the state championship.
Well, I've got to think their chances are good, if for no other reason. The girls soccer team has won their division 6 consecutive years, and as we all know, have made it to the state playoffs a number of times. So there's that history, that tradition of winning, and that's something that most teams don't have, particularly in girls soccer, which is a relatively new sport on the high school scene.
I think a lot has to do with it, with the community. The community has a big recreational program. Coaches tend to call it a feeder program. And the boys, as well as the girls here in the town, start playing soccer as soon as they get out of their diapers, it seems, and has a lot to do with the success that Lou has enjoyed over the years.
Okay, while we have a minute, let me quickly read off the East Brunswick starting lineup for you. Number 39, Lisa Gagno, will be in the striker position. Number 27, that being Leanne Schwartz, is also in the striker position. In the back line, number 40, Lynn Bauer. Number 31, Katie Gilliland. Number 30, Erica Runyon. And number 42, Gina Puglisi. At the stopper position is number 34, co-captain Stacy Sueca. And behind Stacy is number 29, I'm trying to find her on my program. Here we go, Laura Bernstein. Number 45, Lori Feller. Number 35, Lisa Reichert. And in goal will be, well, the goalie has no number, obviously. And I
think it's Sue Kerr is in the goal this evening for Lou.
You're right. She's the other co-captain.
Lou is going with a different lineup this year. Each year, depending on the kids that he has out on the field, he sort of changes his lineup according to that. And as you said, the two strikers, Lisa Gagno and Leanne Schwartz, usually you have one striker out in the front. And this year he's going with two strikers. Both Lisa and Leanne run on a track team. Both very fast, both solid and consistent soccer players. So he decided to try the two-striker approach this year. So maybe instead of getting one goal, he's going to get 2 goals. So he's been very successful this year. Both girls have been putting the ball in the net consistently. And I'd say we could look forward to maybe a couple of goals out of these girls this evening.
All right, I want to preface our program tonight by saying that broadcasting soccer is a new event for me and for Channel 8. We will do our best to keep you informed of all the action. And I must say I'm counting heavily on Kevin to provide us with that expertise.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it. When I received the phone call to come up here and help you out, I've got the adrenaline started flowing about a week ago, so I'm looking forward to the game. Not only is it going to be a good game, but it's also an area that I'm familiar with here at the home field.
All right, we must also note that we do not have any lineup or scorecard on the Cedar Ridge girls, and so the only thing we can do is identify them for you by number. We apologize, but unlike football, there are no published programs for the girls' soccer program. We're about ready to go. The officials are checking with each goalie, and East Brunswick will start it off.
We play 4 20-minute periods, John, and it's a sort of a long game for the girls, but when you're conditioned like the East Brunswick girls, and I'm sure the Cedar Ridge girls, it makes for an exciting game for the entire 60 minutes. 80 minutes, should I say.
East Brunswick is in the green jerseys, home jerseys, Cedar Ridge in the white visitors jerseys. East Brunswick's moving left to right on your screen. That ball goes out of bounds. That'll be Cedar Ridge's ball on a throw-in.
I was going to say, John, the throw-in is interesting because it's one of the things that the referees look for in terms of violations, and it's sort of quite frequently that you see the violations. You can see that the girl must have both feet on the ground, and the ball must come from behind her head straight over her head, and she must throw the ball. So it might look easy on the television screen or on the sidelines here, but it sort of is rather technical.
All right, so far all the action has been down at the East Brunswick end of the field. And East Brunswick is noted for their defense.
And it seems like Cedar Ridge has just lined up with 3 fullbacks, and they're sort of pushing an offensive game right now. They have quite a few girls up in the forward line, and I guess they're going to try to do the best they can to get that first goal to put the Bears in a upside position, shall we say.
Okay. East Brunswick controlling the ball. Now it'll be turned back over to Cedar Ridge as the ball goes out of bounds.
It is a rather fast-moving game in terms of the ball going out of bounds, changing positions. It's there are no timeouts on the field. The only time the clock will be stopped is if there is a goal scored, or if there is a penalty kick, or if there is a situation where there's an injury on the field. The clock will run for 20 minutes consecutively unless one of those situations come up.
All the action has been down by the East Brunswick goal. And here's a kick shot on goal. Knocked away.
That's going to wind up in the corner. Cedar Ridge with the corner kick. When the ball is kicked out by the defending team off their goal line, the offensive team gets what we call a corner kick, as you can see here.
Fine kick.
Very good kick.
East Brunswick trying to take control. There's Kerr. And she'll boot it away. You have to be impressed by the way that both these teams are working the ball and just their physical ability to move it.
Yeah, working the ball is very important in terms of passing the ball and moving to an open area. Both teams are well coached and they know the game well in terms of passing the ball, moving to an open area and looking to receive the ball back. And if you can continue to do that up and down the field, you're going to be successful in terms of scoring goals, as opposed to just kicking and running up and down the field.
Okay, East Brunswick looking to penetrate. Fine play by the Cedar Ridge player. East Brunswick will have a throw-in on the far side. And the ball's kicked back down into the East Brunswick end.
But there are those situations, John, when you have to sort of kick the ball as opposed to doing what we call triangle passing. Like we just saw there, the defender just sort of kicked the ball out of the area so that East Brunswick could get out of the offensive position and hopefully, you know, Cedar Ridge would be able to attack.
This ball will go out of bounds and it's Cedar Ridge's ball. So thus far, Cedar Ridge has put the pressure on East Brunswick. That throw-in is going to be intercepted. Now East Brunswick will look to move it down. Fine play there on Puglisi. Down in the corner. That'll be knocked out of bounds.
Two officials working this game this evening, John, are Mike Stang from Metuchen High School and Ron Schmidt from Piscataway High School, two veteran officials. The organization tries to assign the veteran officials to the, shall we say, the better games, or the more competitive games in a situation like this. So these two fellows have about at least 30 years experience between the two of them, and look forward to a well-played game.
Okay, East Brunswick on the move. They just missed a shot a few minutes ago. Trying to put pressure on that Cedar Ridge defense. Moving the ball well. Trying to set things up.
Quite frequently you see the kids going what we call shoulder to shoulder. There's a shot on goal. But that's legal, John. As long as you have 1 foot on the ground, you're allowed to go shoulder to shoulder with your opponent. So it might appear that there might be pushing and shoving, but as long as those hands aren't going out, you're able to sort of push off on your opponent with your shoulder, as long as, once again, 1 foot is on the ground.
Here's a throw back to the goalie, which is not an unusual play in soccer.
As long as you can catch the offenders off guard, and you have the coach has worked it with the team, and it usually works out to be a good tactic. When you push that ball back to the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper makes a punt, you can sort of guarantee the ball being at midfield. So quite frequently you'll see that this evening.
As you can imagine, and as you can see on your screen, the action is so quick that it's difficult for us to pick up players and associate them with movement on the ball. So we're letting the action speak for itself. Nice play by the Cedar Ridge goalie, coming out to catch that ball and protect it.
Yes, although the lights do light up the field very well, it is a little tough to see the numbers down there to identify the girls as to who's doing what. We have another throw in close to the goal mouth, so a lot of the kids are going to form right towards the goal mouth and see if they can put that ball in there.
Okay, East Brunswick still trying to penetrate. And again, the ball is headed out by the Cedar Ridge player. Looks like, Kevin, that East Brunswick's trying to establish a rhythm on offense, and Cedar Ridge has really done a fine job in disrupting that.
And they are containing the girls very well here. It seems they're marking up on each girl very well. And it's, when I talk to people who are new to the game, it's very similar to basketball. You can mark up on a person, stay with that person in certain situations. You can contain them and prevent them from putting the ball in the net.
Cedar Ridge now trying to push it down. Here comes East Brunswick. There's a shot. Ahead.
That was close.
I believe it went off the top of the goal.
Well, anything that touches any piece of metal that's above the actual goal right there will be considered out of bounds. So
Okay.
we won't be able to hit the top of the goal post in terms of the football part of it and come back in and be playable. That will be considered out of bounds.
All right, so Cedar Ridge has the ball. Stolen by East Brunswick. Nice move.
Very nice move.
That was Stacy Swayka. Lynn Bauer would throw it in, I believe.
There's Leanne Schwartzman making a run there. Nice pass.
The ball will be knocked out by Cedar Ridge, so East Brunswick will retain possession. Out of bounds, Cedar Ridge's ball.
A big misunderstood rule by a lot of the people who watch the game, John, is what we call the advantage rule. A girl might have the ball in her possession and she might be fouled, but if she can continue with the ball in an advantageous manner, or if she has the advantage, as we call it, the referee will signal the foul, but will also yell out very clearly to play on. So
Okay.
a girl might be tripped, but will continue with the ball in her possession, and the referee will not blow the whistle to stop the play. It's an interesting rule in this particular game. Cedar Ridge defense is also playing up pretty tight, so what they're trying to do right now is catch the East Brunswick girls in an offside position. You can see that all the dark shirts, or the green shirts, are staying right behind the defenders so that they don't get caught in an offside position. It's a tactic used by many of the coaches to catch the opposition or to catch the offenders in this offside position.
Well, you can see why both teams are undefeated. They have strong defenses, and they've come into play thus far.
Sure
We have 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first period. No score. East Brunswick against Cedar Ridge. I'm John Meggiolaro, and I'm being joined by Kevin McEvoy as we bring you a Greater Middlesex Conference game. I believe both teams are in the red division.
Yes, I think so. We got a trip there against the East Brunswick team, and the Cedar Ridge will be kicking a direct kick out of the box. There's a push.
Like a push against East Brunswick. Stacy Swayka called for that penalty. You have to be in shape for this game, Kevin. No doubt about it.
Yeah, these girls are in shape too. Constant running. Constant running.
Gina Puglisi trying to take it down the side.
That's why I try to recruit a lot of the girls from the soccer team to the track program, because they're in such good shape when they finish up in the early part of November. And as a matter of fact, a number of the girls who are on the soccer team are in fact on the track team. Like Lori Feller, who just threw the ball in there for the Bears. There's a shot by Amy Graft.
Wide. Substitutions are free in that anyone can come on and off.
Substitution rule: if the ball goes out in your favor or your possession, then you may make a substitution.
Okay.
And Bauer. On a goal kick, as we saw before, it's unlimited substitution.
All right, East Brunswick will throw it in. That ball will go out of bounds. We're down to 5 minutes and 20 seconds here in the first period. No score. East Brunswick and Cedar Ridge. The Lady Bears 9-0 with a 9-0 record, 8-0 in the conference, and Cedar Ridge is 6-0.
It's a handball, Lisa Rickard, I do believe. So you can see when those penalties are called, John, they put the ball down as quickly as possible, put it back in play so as to catch the defense in a misaligned situation so that you can create an advantage. There's not a second whistle. You just...
I think we have an offside.
Yeah, that was an offside situation. Cougars trapped them there, I think, on that one.
Kevin, if you would, explain the offsides penalty.
Well, if you have the ball in your possession, you cannot be offside. But you must have at least one defender, aside from the goalkeeper, in front of you at all times. Now, you can be in an offside position, but not trying to seek an advantage, and the referee won't blow the whistle.
Okay.
So it becomes a very funny situation on the field. You can be in an offside position, but not seeking advantage, and the ref will not blow the whistle. So it's sort of left up to the judgment by the referee as to when he is going to blow the whistle.
Okay.
And you also, we were talking previously about that, trying to catch them. If you are even with the defender, you're off. So it's easy for the referee to make that decision. If you're even, you're off.
Okay. Cedar Ridge is a very aggressive team on defense, going right out at the East Brunswick girls, going right after the ball. Out of bounds, Cedar Ridge's ball.
Things have changed, whereas in the early part of the game, they had the ball down in the East Brunswick half of the field. That the remaining 12 minutes have seen the ball totally down in the East Brunswick half, and they've switched from an offensive game to a defensive game. They're lining up their three linebackers plus their sweeper and stopper, who are marking kids right in the middle of the field so that, as you said, an aggressive type of defense.
Down to about 2 minutes and 40 seconds here in the first period. Cedar Ridge will take over around midfield. And the throw in. Out of bounds.
Head ball by Amy Graff. Amy's new to the community. She came in from Minnesota and she fit right into Lou Cose's program. She's a junior and very impressive in what she's done in the first half of the year so far.
We have a timeout, I believe, on the field. Injury timeout?
Well, we don't call it a timeout. The referee will stop the clock and ask the girl if she's physically fit to continue playing. Because if the referee does stop it and beckon the coach onto the field, the coach has to take that girl off the field. So in a game like this, in a competitive game, you have 11 of your best players out there, you really don't want to see even one of your players leave the field.
Cedar Ridge on the attack. Cross in front of the goal, but a nice play by Kerr. Susan Kerr will kick it away for East Brunswick.
Dangerous play there.
Handball.
Dangerous play. You cannot bring your foot up 3 feet off the ground if you have a defender next to you. So we call it a dangerous play, and we'll get an indirect kick off that. I have 2 types of penalties, John, on the field, direct kicks and indirect kicks. The more serious fouls, such as tripping, or charging, striking an opponent, will result in a direct kick on goal. And less serious offenses, such as offside or obstructing an opponent, or what we just saw there, a dangerous play, will result in an indirect kick. And the only difference is in an indirect situation, if you kick the ball, another teammate of yours must touch it before it can go into the goal.
Okay, East Brunswick on the attack. Cedar Ridge proving to be a difficult foe down deep in their territory. Stacey Sueca with a header. Nice lead.
Yeah, they're just trying to do that too, that same lead. Just touch the ball so that one of the strikers can get in there and put the ball in the net, but the defense is very tough tonight.
And that's the end of the first period here at East Brunswick. No score between Cedar Ridge and East Brunswick High. So thus far, Kev, we've seen a lot of defense, a few shots on goal, but nothing serious in terms of a threat to score by either team.
I think East Brunswick dominated. I would trying to be as impartial as possible, but I would tend to say that they dominated that first period of action. Saw the ball for about 16 minutes down on their half of the field, but they're not able to penetrate that strong defense that Cedar Ridge has put on them. Trying to touch the ball just in front of like Lisa Gagno and Leanne Swartz, but shots on goal have not been clear enough to put the ball in the net for a score. The break in between periods is very brief, just enough time for the coaches to say a few words. By rules, it's 2 minutes, and then at halftime we'll have a longer break. So to just gather their thoughts and be right back out on the field.
Well, as our audience could hear in the background, the East Brunswick High School cheerleaders are here. And for a midweek night, not a bad crowd. They haven't had much to cheer about thus far, but I think the anticipation is building. All right, we're getting ready for a second period action. East Brunswick will now switch sides of the field. They will be moving from right to left on your screen. Again, we're trying our best to identify the players during the course of the action, but the fast-paced nature of the game really makes it difficult for Kevin or I to keep you player by player up to date.
As I was saying before about a newcomer to the team, Amy Graft, I know Lou Cosa had a mild problem earlier in the season when Chris Manuel, one of his starting fullbacks, was injured, and Laura Bernstein has filled in fantastically for her. It's Laura Bernstein would be a starter or a star probably on any other team in the county, but here in East Brunswick, where you have 2, 3, and 4 kids at each position, it's kind of tough. So she's doing a fantastic job in the absence of Chris Manuel.
All right, Cedar Ridge will start off the second period, and the whistle is blown. Cedar Ridge a little anxious there. So we'll start over. You make a good point, Kevin, that obviously part of the success of East Brunswick over the years has been the fact that they've had a lot of depth. In a sport such as soccer, injuries are a big part of the game. And without those people to come off the bench, really you're only as good as your starting team. And East Brunswick has proven that they've had quality people 2 and 3 deep at some positions.
Even on the JV level, John, Brian Merrigan is the coach of the JV team, and his team is 9-0.
Sure.
And I would say that I don't want to come across too pro East Brunswick, but his JV team could probably beat half of the teams in the Middlesex County Conference. That's how good the kids are here in East Brunswick.
There's a shot on goal, saved by Cedar Ridge.
There's the ever-tough Gina Puglisi. She's all over the field on any given night. Made that save there before it went out of bounds.
All right, Cedar Ridge trying to get something going.
But it's kind of tough with that stingy East Brunswick defense.
Yeah.
Talking about Gina Puglisi, there's Lori Feller over the field as well in the past minute and a half there. Here we see a run. Here's Leanne Swartz trying to push it to Lisa Gagno.
Shot blocked by Cedar Ridge. Unable to follow up. Out to the wing.
Offside.
Offside.
Offside, yeah.
Lynn Bauer had an open shot, but was kind of...
She was caught.
Well, in basketball, we'd call that basket hanging or goal hanging, but...
What the television audience probably can't pick up is there's a great deal of talking out there by the kids. A lot of times the strikers will be overlapped by a fullback who might make a run, or might be a situation where they're passing the ball. There's always chatter out there in terms of who's doing what, who's covering who, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, there's much more to the game than just kicking around, obviously. And as you said, communication is a big part. Knowing each other's capabilities as well.
That was a dangerous situation there. You cannot be on the ground and kick the ball. Oh, a nice sneaky play by Lisa Gagno trying to get in there. Yeah, communication plays a big role in this game.
All right, Cedar Ridge trying to get something going once again. East Brunswick recovers real well and gets back on defense very quickly.
That's the conditioning that Coach Kosa has given them since late August. They started their training session. Here we are, the first week in October, so these kids have been running constantly for a good month and a half. There's a dangerous kick we were talking before. So you can see the kids put the ball down as quickly as possible, strike the ball and try to get it going, catch the defense in a lopsided position. Tried it, but that time ball just rolled out of bounds.
Cedar Ridge will throw it in deep in their own territory. You've got to be careful here. As East Brunswick intercepts. Oh, the ball spun away. And East Brunswick's ball.
I think we're going to see a goal, John. I think the Cedar Ridge team is doing a lot of kicking and not a lot of talking or passing.
Nice pass by Laura Bernstein. Good head. Here we go. Lisa Gagno. Shot. Blocked.
Oh. Open net. Nope. It's a push.
They got a push there. Against Cedar Ridge, so East Brunswick will have it. I think you're right, Kevin. There's a feeling here that something's going to happen soon.
You can see the defense moving up because they have a direct kick. This way it gives the goalkeeper, as you can see, their opportunity to make the save.
If you're just joining us, I'm John Meggiolaro, and I'm being joined by Kevin McEvoy. We have 14 minutes and 56 seconds to go here in the second period. No score between East Brunswick and Cedar Ridge. And this will be booted back to Kerr, the goalie.
I think it'll be difficult for Cedar Ridge to punch the ball through our defenders because you have kids like Laura Bernstein and Lori Feller who are so quick, and they're not just not going to be beaten on a run of, let's say, 20 or 30 yards on this field. You can see the acceleration right there on both Lori and Laura's part.
Lori pops it back to Sue Kerr in goal. Lynn Bauer.
In talking about the program itself, Lou Cosa has had a number of girls who've graduated from East Brunswick High and have gone on to playing in college. Girls like Sue Fiacco and Lisa Solora. Both girls were all-state candidates, but there's always someone else. This year you have the Leanne Swartzes and Lisa Gagnos, and year in and year out, the program is just unbeatable almost.
It's truly amazing. It's a compliment to Lou Cosa and his staff and the coaches at the junior high. Lisa Gagno fighting for position.
We get a corner kick out of that one. Always a good opportunity to score a goal on a corner kick.
I would think East Brunswick will look to put it up in the air in front of the goal, hoping for maybe a header or a quick foot, if you would. There's a shot. Oh, off the top of the goal.
Goalkeeper came out, missed the save, missed the punch on it, really. And we had a head, but just missed the top of the crossbar. That may have been the goal I was talking about.
Well, East Brunswick's had several opportunities this period, and I think it's just a matter of time. They put a lot of pressure on that Cedar Ridge defense. Look to settle here and set something up. Out to Bauer. Here's a shot, and up over the goal. Stacy Sueca. It's a little bit too much foot.
You can even see as the girls run on and off the field that Cedar Ridge has aligned themselves with only 3 offensive girls and 6 defenders, sort of counter the attack that East Brunswick is giving them. It's tough to get something going with stingy defense like the Bears have.
Nice play by Stacy Sueca, taking the ball away. And East Brunswick will throw it in.
Nice throw, too. Leanne Swartz is throwing the ball in right now. She's only a sophomore. Last year as a freshman, she was first team all-conference on our Meyer relay team. She's a fine athlete here in East Brunswick High. Nice shot.
Here's a shot. Number 48, Debbie Kirshner, over the goal. So East Brunswick's had 4 or 5 shots on goal this period. Still no score, 10:54 to go in the second period. And Lou Cosa expected a tough game.
And he's got one.
East Brunswick seems to have settled down from that first period, passing the ball more, looking for one another.
I think Cedar Ridge has come down to 9 defenders now.
Here's a shot, and then Bauer. It's a goal. Kicked in by the Cedar Ridge player.
Kicked in by the defender.
So East Brunswick goes on top with 10:22 here in the second period.
Happened so quickly.
I don't think the Cedar Ridge player realized it at first.
She was trying to pivot and kick it out, but she didn't realize how close she was to the goal mouth. And scored a goal for the Bears.
Well, your premonition was right, Kevin. Just wrong team. Wrong player, I should say. All right, Cedar Ridge down 1-0 now. Isagano. And Cedar Ridge will boot it away. Cedar Ridge has not been on offense much this period.
No, not much at all.
Here we go, Lynn Bauer on the wing, left wing. She's got some room. Nice plays, tackled. No call.
Looking for it, but didn't get it. Quite frequently, 2 feet will hit the ball at the same time, and the offender will go down, but it just won't be a trip because they hit the ball at the same time. I think that was the situation there.
Cedar Ridge still trying to get the ball down into East Brunswick territory. Has not been successful.
One of the biggest successes I think East Brunswick has is that you notice the girls will receive the ball and trap the ball, put the ball down on the ground, and then look for someone to pass the ball to, as opposed to just not even receiving it, just kicking it as soon as they get it, whether it's the defender or right up there in the front line trying to put the ball in the net.
Well, as we said, they're a well-skilled team, coupled with great defense and great speed. Well, Cedar Ridge moving down. So Stacy Suika stops any attempt by the Cougars. I'm sorry, that was Lori Feller playing that sweeper position. What is the role of the sweeper, Kevin? It's a rather new term in the soccer jargon.
It is contemporary. I like that term too. The sweeper just makes sure that she's the last line of defense. When the offensive team comes down, you have your fullbacks, but the sweeper is sort of like a free safety of football. It's going to cover many positions in terms of backing up each one of the fullbacks and making the last line of defense to making sure the goal is not scored.
All right, so this is the deepest penetration for the Cougars this period. And they'll have a throw-in. We're down to 7:23, second period. East Brunswick leads 1-0. And the Lady Bears are starting to show some dominance. We have an injury. Yeah, that'll stop the clock. Lucosa, the East Brunswick coach, is over there first.
I think the defense is gathering over there because seen the ball penetrate twice by the Cougars down into the Bears' home turf, and I think they want to gather their thoughts to make sure that this doesn't continue for the remaining 7 minutes of the period. I'm sure they don't want to see a 1-1 ball game going into halftime.
Well, while we have this timeout, I'd like to say that the Lady Bears will be home on October 10th against Saraville. Their next home game is October 22nd against Perth Amboy. Then a big game against Stevens here, October 27th, and they finish on the road in the month of October. The Greater Middlesex County tournament dates are November 2nd, November 6th for the semifinals, and November 8th for the finals. And the Cedar Ridge player is being taken off the field by the East Brunswick trainer. And so action will now resume.
And not only those dates as well, there will be the state tournament games, John. So they have quite a few games left on their schedule.
Yeah, state tournament runs concurrently almost with the county tournament. When we get a chance, I'll mention those dates. Anyway, back to the action. Cedar Ridge with the throw-in. And a good foot by the Bears. Out of bounds. Cedar Ridge will still have it. The Cougars trail 1-0. And
foul throw.
Foul throw.
Both hands have to come over the top of the head together, and quite frequently one hand will try to push the ball more so than the other, and the ball will spin and will make a foul throw.
Out of bounds once again.
Well, they moved down the field approximately 30 yards just by throw-ins. And a foul throw by Debbie Kirsten. She lifted her rear foot.
Cedar Ridge still having trouble getting on the offense. Here they come now. Shut down. Susan Kerr will field it. And I'd like to mention Susan Kerr, the goalie. Sometimes you tend to forget about her on a team like this, but Susan has registered 25 shutouts in 2 years, that being 84 and 85. And already East Brunswick has 7 shutouts this year.
There have been a few times when she hasn't even touched the ball, John, in the game. Unless it's being played by her defender back to her, like Lori Feller pushing the ball back to her. In terms of making saves, and if you don't make a save in the game, you know you have a very good team.
One sports reporter said to me that Susan probably could do her homework at some of these games and still 10 goal.
It's a nice head by Amy Graff. Here we see a push. Like back into play is Amy Graff again.
She's a hustler for East Brunswick, no doubt about it. Laura Feller.
These girls are tough, like this play like that. You see two girls collide like that, and they don't even flinch.
Now we're looking at quality play, state caliber quality play, quite honestly.
You have a handball call there.
More in self-defense.
Right, but they still call it a handball. The girls are allowed to bring their hands up across their chest as long as they have them there to begin with. But if they bring them up and in self-defense, like you say, that's still considered a handball.
Cedar Ridge has really struggled to get on the offensive in this period. And they have not had a serious threat since early in the first period. Yet East Brunswick only leads 1-0. We're down to 3:20 here in the second period. I would strongly suggest to our fans that if they have a free night some week when the Lady Bears are playing, that they come up and take in a game.
Non-stop action, that's for sure.
You have to be impressed with the skill level and the hustle and desire of this team.
We're approaching about 2 minutes left in the halftime, so hopefully we'll see a little bit more action because the girls will be told there's 2 minutes by the referees, and then they really start to pick things up because they know it's the end of the period.
Nice defensive play, East Brunswick.
Is that Stacy?
I didn't get the number. I think so.
She's all over the field as well. She's a real competitor. You notice that we mentioned it a couple times, the girls being all over the field, they don't sort of play one position. Sort of move and check with one another and back up one another, and that's why they tend to be all over the field.
All right, Sue Kerr will kick it away. That's out, and it'll be Cedar Ridge's ball. We're down to 1:15. Cedar Ridge is making a substitution. East Brunswick trying to push it in. Down to 50 seconds. Cedar Ridge seems content to play defense before the end of the half.
I think I tend to agree with you there. I think they just want to make sure the Bears don't put the ball in the net.
Roy Feller picks it up. We're down to 20 seconds here before the half.
There's something. Amy's going to push it through there.
We may have a shot on goal.
There's a shot.
There's a shot. Nice play by Cedar Ridge goalie with 10 seconds left.
We're going to run out of time, John, before they get the ball kicked.
Well, that's it. The end of the first half here at East Brunswick High School. The Lady Bears in the lead, 1-0. And a score that actually came courtesy of a Cedar Ridge player.
We'll take them any way we can get them, John, I think, because we knew it was going to be a good game, and that's what it's turned out to be the first half so far.
Kev, at halftime, what kind of adjustments are made in a soccer game? Can you really make adjustments, or is it more just calming the team down or setting up some formations?
I think it's calming down the team and talking about what you've done so far in a positive sense. In this situation, I think Lou's going to talk with them about the stingy defense that the Cougars are presenting, and that we're going to have to do a lot more communication in terms of talking and working the ball in a more maybe slow-paced manner. We weren't able to put the ball in the net by doing it real quickly, so maybe if they slow it down a little bit, start passing the ball, triangular passing a little bit more, maybe we'll find a situation where they can just zip the ball past the goalkeeper and get maybe one or two more in the second half.
Okay, so we'll see if the Lady Bears can come out the second half and get a fire going. They lead 1-0 in a well-played game between the Bears and the Lady Cougars. So we'll be ready for second half action in just a moment. All right, Kev, we're getting ready for the second half here of action. East Brunswick leads 1-0. Not really surprised by the score. Cedar Ridge came into this game 6-0, but I could see the tide turning a little bit. East Brunswick has put a lot of pressure on that Cedar Ridge defense, and I would say that Cedar Ridge in that second period was only on the offensive maybe 2 or 3 times and nothing serious.
No, nothing serious at all, I don't think. They had maybe 1 or 2 runs there, but again, with the speed on our fullbacks, it was sort of tough for them to really muster anything up, anything really serious. I think we're going to see East Brunswick girls, since they had 10 minutes to talk things over with Coach Cosa, doing a few things to surprise or maybe upset the balance of the Cougar defense, that they can score a goal or 2.
All right, East Brunswick will be moving left to right now to start the third period. They switch sides of the field at the end of each period. And the Bears are starting off basically with their same starting lineup. And they're on the offensive first. Ooh, little push there. And Coach Merrigan took one in the head. We'll see if any adjustments have been made by either East Brunswick or Cedar Ridge.
Leanne Swartz and Lisa Gagne are still in that striking position. I'm sure they're going to be looking to strike the ball a little bit more frequently than they did first half of play.
We have a push off. Cedar Ridge on the offense. There's Lori Fellow. A miscue. Threat by Cedar Ridge as they try to push it out to the wing.
Yeah, Lori Feller may have made a mistake, but she surely came back.
I was just going to say.
To recover her mistake.
Can't believe how fast she got back there. Cedar Ridge with the throw-in. And they haven't been able to capitalize on any throw-ins close or deep in East Brunswick territory.
None at all.
This will go back to Susan Kerr.
There's Gina Puglisi getting the ball. Pushing up to Lisa Gagno. Leanne Swartz on the outside there. So I see 3 East Brunswick girls, but there's no white shirts there to help that girl out. There you go, a little push, some speed here.
Here we go, Lisa Gagno. Her and the goalie. Shot.
Oh.
Just wide of the net.
My emotions got the best of me there.
Just pushed it to the left of the net.
Well, as that goalkeeper comes out, the angle is cut down considerably, and it seemed like the keeper was almost right in front of her. So it was a real tough shot for Lisa.
Very impressed with her speed and how she caught up to that ball. Ooh. Tough tackle down there.
Once again.
Nice head, here we go. Lisa, another
Nice
shot.
kick.
Again wide to the left. Nice play, nice setup.
Nice. Very nice the way she jumped out in midair and kicked the ball. I guess the keeper made a save. We're going to see a corner kick.
I believe that pass came from Leanne Swartz. And Lisa Gagno just kicked it to the left of the goal. Corner kick by the Bears.
Nice kick.
We'll have a push and Cedar Ridge ball. 16-18 to go here in the third period. The Lady Bears are in the lead, 1-0.
I don't see that the. Let's wait for a minute here.
Whoa, Cedar Ridge player kicked it away from their goalie and just saved.
Almost another one. See Lori Feller come all the way down from fullback position to go all the way down towards the goal mouth, throw that ball in. Just have a good throw though.
Here's the throw in. Brunswick looking to control here. And Cedar Ridge will kick it away.
It's a rip it.
Stacy Swayka with the ball, looking for Bauer on the wing.
was going to say before, I don't think Cedar Ridge made too many adjustments. They still are going with those 3 girls in the front line and still playing a defensive game. I guess they want to just contain East Brunswick at this point, maybe later on at some point make a bid to score a goal.
It almost looks as if Cedar Ridge, looking at the scoreboard, 1-0, hopes that maybe they can catch a break offensively and yet stay in this game. Should East Brunswick score again, we may see some change in that philosophy. But again, the ball has been mainly in the Cedar Ridge area.
There was Lisa Ricker was jumping in there on that one. That'll be a direct kick. Yeah, it's going to be tough for Cedar Ridge to beat our fleet fullbacks on a quick break like we saw before with Lisa Gagne.
Great Feller saves.
Yeah, she could pivot very well and kick that ball out.
Penalty. Is that a trip?
Yeah, it was a trip. We got a direct kick for the Bears here.
Ball taken from Gina Puglisi. Cedar Ridge, nice defensive play.
Very nice.
I think that was Lori Feller again.
That was Lori again. That's the play where the fans can get on the referee's back because they don't realize that the defender gets all ball and the offender tripped over the ball.
Cedar Ridge only has 3 players on offense, so trying to move down with 3 players. Oh, ball gets by Susan Kerr, now dropped down by Kerr.
Laura Bernstein was back there to help her out, though.
Cedar is trying to maintain an aggressive defense. And both teams here trying to establish some rhythm in the second half. And East Brunswick will have a throw in.
In that play, you can see the Cedar Ridge sweeper really staying back deep to cover any mistakes that are made by the other defenders.
The ball's on the line. Called for East Brunswick. Nice throw in. Ooh. And the Cedar Ridge player is still down, and we'll have a timeout.
Seems like Stacy and the Cedar Ridge girl collided there almost in mid-air and both went down. I'm sure she just had the wind knocked out of her, so to speak, for the moment.
With this break in the action, I'll mention that the state tournament dates are as follows. November 7th through the 14th are the preliminaries. November 18th being the sectional finals, and November 22nd the state finals.
That's really taken the team to the end of the fall season, playing soccer out here and nothing but a pair of shorts in the later part of November.
The Cedar Ridge player is being looked at by East Brunswick High School's trainer, Phil Hostler. And she's going to come off the field, I believe. They may have hit heads, Kevin.
Yeah.
All right, action will resume with 11 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in the third period. The Bears are in the lead, 1-0. And they've got a direct kick, I believe.
Direct kick on goal. Probably going to chip it. Oh, he's going to pass it. Just a little touch.
Looking down the wing.
Good idea.
Looking for Gina Puglisi. The ball's just a little bit ahead of her.
There's a nice throw by Gina. Head by Stacy.
Jamie Graff.
Nice push.
And a fine play by the Cedar Ridge goalie as she comes out to cut short the East Brunswick threat. Amy Graff called with a push. No, Cedar Ridge player called for the push. So the Bears will put it in action. A little give and go here.
Real basic concept too, but a lot of the teams in the county just don't even use that basic concept, and it is so basic and it can be so successful in this game.
Kevin, we're starting to see the Cedar Ridge girls just kicking the ball, not trying to control it or set anything up. We saw that in the beginning of the game. They started to settle down a little bit, but here in the second half, they're feeling the pressure, and I think they're just trying to get it out of their end.
And they might be getting a little tired too, because the East Brunswick the girls have just it's constant pressure, constant running, and even though they have an undefeated season, they might not have faced.
Nice head.
Real nice play.
Off to the right. Lisa Gagno again.
Yeah. I just don't think the Cedar Ridge girls are used to this kind of constant pressure. Maybe they're getting a little tired, and that's the cause for them just kicking as opposed to trapping and passing.
All right, Cedar Ridge trying to get something going here.
Nice foot by Lori Feller.
Despite the score of 1-0, East Brunswick really has dominated the game. Cedar Ridge seems content to play defense. They'll have the throw in. Just a little far. Gina tried to get it out in front for Lisa. I think Cedar Ridge has got to become frustrated at not having any offensive movement. Here comes Amy Graff from the right wing, crosses it over. Oh!
Very nice play. And what you see there, not only was there one East Brunswick girl ready to receive that cross, but there were three girls, all coming down, all hustling, all running as hard as they could. If it wasn't going to be the first, it would be the second or the third. In that situation with the second girl, I think that was Lisa Gagno once again. And that's the kind of pressure we're talking about. They just don't give up.
Gina Puglisi and Lisa Gagno right there in front of the goal as Amy Graff
takes a shot on goal. Nice shot.
Takes a shot there, but had a beautiful cross from the right wing position. And every time that Cedar Ridge tries to go on offense, East Brunswick's defense stymies them, takes the ball away. Amy Graff, once again.
Once again is right. He's one of those all over the field players.
Lori Feller.
Boy. They pass the ball perfectly, whether they're using their knee or their head or their foot. Sure know how to play this game very well.
Nice pass back. Beautiful pass down the wing for Gina Puglisi. See if she'll cross it over. She does.
Nice cross.
A little bit far. Lynn Bauer on left
Again.
wing, another cross. The head missed by, I think that was Gina. Amy Graff once again. Here's a shot. Gina Puglisi couldn't get enough on it.
Nope, couldn't pivot that far and turn about a 180. That was tough.
And Lori Feller stops a Cedar Ridge drive, if you will.
There we see her. Oh, push it. There you go.
Nice head toward the goal. Cedar Ridge goalie will make the play. Down to 5 minutes and 35 seconds here, third period.
And she's making the plays, that's for sure, the Cedar Ridge goalkeeper.
Seeing a lot of action tonight.
Right.
Cedar Ridge kicks it out of bounds, so East Brunswick will take over. This is Lori Feller throwing it in. And Bauer goes out of bounds. I wonder about that play. Didn't help themselves in that. Amy Graff, look at the speed on her. Whoa, knocked down. What was that call, okay?
No penalty, he just called a goal kick. Ball was out of bounds.
Okay. Thought maybe Amy would have picked up a penalty call
Yeah,
there.
they were going shoulder to shoulder there, so you do see a lot of shoulder to shoulder action as long as she didn't really try to push her.
Well, you have to be impressed with the speed of East Brunswick's team.
Yeah. Well, I was told that Amy was on a state championship 4x200 meter relay team out in Minnesota, where she comes from. So we know
I wonder why your eyes lit up talking about her.
Yeah. That's a nice
Stacy
shot.
Swayka. Oh. Well, East Brunswick's had their share this period.
Yeah, that was a good 30 yards.
Down to 3:30, third period action.
There's Leanne Swartz coming back in.
What time of the game does conditioning become a factor? Late third period?
Especially because you get the teams that, again, in this type of a situation, the close game where the one team is better conditioned than the other, it really begins to show, and the score tends to change drastically.
Erica Runyon trying to set something up there for the Bears on offense. Lisa Rickert will throw it in. East Brunswick controlling the ball down in Cedar Ridge territory. Nice pass. Amy Graff, cross.
Nice cross, beautiful cross.
Oh.
Oh, she got a powerful foot.
Cedar Ridge goalie been in the right place at the right time for most of the evening. Nice execution by the Bears. You know, Kevin, you can't help but become a fan, even announcing the game. You just become entranced by it. It's such a fast-moving game and really beautifully played.
The perfect weather tonight, too.
Ideal conditions here at J. Doyle Field.
Got a handball called.
So Cedar Ridge will have their first major threat, if you will, of this period with 1:28 to go. They trail 1-0. Nice kick. It's going to go wide of the goal and out of bounds. Clock is running down to 1:10, third period action. Cedar Ridge has not had a threat this period.
I think they're hoping for it now with a minute left. I brought a few more offensive players down here into our area.
And that should end that. There's East Brunswick on the go.
And there,
Lisa Gagno, can she get to it? Just knocked out of her way. Throw in East Brunswick, 27 seconds. Down to 10 seconds. And that should be just about it for the third period. So at the end of 3 here at J. Doyle Field, it's the East Brunswick Bears 1, Cedar Ridge Cougars nothing. A game thus far dominated by East Brunswick despite the score.
yeah, I thought coming up here this evening we'd see a few more goals. I thought both teams would be putting a few goals in the net, but it's been a defensive struggle for Cedar Ridge for the most part. East Brunswick has been on the attack, but hasn't been able to penetrate that tough, large defense that the Cougars have. They're playing about 6 girls, 7 girls sometimes on defense.
They seem content to just sit back, clog the middle, obviously trying to stop Lisa Gagno and Leanne Schwartz in those striker positions.
Like I said at halftime, I think Lou Cosa talked to the girls and tried to work out that pattern where they could push the ball in a give-and-go situation and try to get the goals. I think that's what they were doing, and they had a few opportunities there, but just weren't able to capitalize, especially on a few of those crosses by Amy Graff when she made a run down the far right-hand side. And a couple of those shots by Lisa Gagno midway through the third period. They were close, but just didn't come up with any awards.
Well, you've got to think that this being the fourth period, that East Brunswick's conditioning and their speed and the lack of really any offensive threat by Cedar Ridge is going to take its toll. You wonder how long you can play that clog-type defense when you're trailing the game.
Right. I think they're going to continue to play it, though, John, and hope. I think they're going to continue to play that type of defense and hope for a break. I think they've played it. They've played it for, well, 2 solid quarters, the second and third quarter. I think they'll do it again, and again hope that they get lucky and score one and keep East Brunswick down with just 1 goal.
Well, we hope you're enjoying our first ever telecast of soccer and our first telecast ever of girls soccer here on Channel 8. We're pleased to be here, and we owe our thanks in particular to Charlie King, Athletic Director. As you see, our cameras are on Lou Cosa, head coach of the East Brunswick High School girls team. And what a job he's done. As I said, the record since 1978 is 131, 20, and 10. And you'd have to search long and hard to find a program with that type of record.
Yeah, that speaks for itself. That record right there. I think the only other record I know in the history of the high school, the rival, that would be Coach Ty's spring track team.
Well, we've talked about it a number of times in our football telecasts, just the amazing run of athletic talent that has come through East Brunswick in the last 5 to 8 years in all sports.
All sports, right.
Whereas some high schools dominate 1 or 2 sports, we are well blessed and well distributed in terms of fine athletes, fine coaches. Well, we're getting ready for 4th period action. This is the final period. East Brunswick leading 1-0. 20 minutes to go. East Brunswick moving right to left in the dark jerseys.
That's an example of the kind of break they're looking for, I think, John. Having a fullback or a halfback punch that ball down 30 or 40 yards and one of their strikers going down to get it. But
As we said,
Not to overdo it, but you're not going to beat a Laura Feller or Lori Feller or Laura Bernstein.
Cedar Ridge trying to save the ball in the corner. And East Brunswick will take possession. They'll go out of bounds. No, and it's called for Cedar Ridge. Here's a throw in.
Foul throw. See that one up here.
All right. So a mistake.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That could have been a situation where they could have capitalized. It was so quick.
And Cedar Ridge with the direct kick. Trying to get something on offense. They have done very little on the offensive side. Fine play. Lori Feller again?
Once again.
Cedar Ridge player is down. We'll have a timeout. Phil Hostler, East Brunswick trainer, will come out.
You don't like to see anybody go down on the field, and I think Lori Feller is just as upset as the girl who's lying down on the field there. That's how these girls react when their teammate or opponents go down. No one likes to see anyone get hurt out there. So she'll have to leave the field. And there she goes, walking on her own.
So she appears to be all right.
Yeah.
And we'll sit out a few minutes, I'm sure.
You'll probably see her next substitution right back in there. She was one of the offensive strikers.
All right, as we go back to the action, Cedar Ridge will have a corner kick. They're looking to put some pressure on East Brunswick. As of yet, they have not done that. Here's the kick. Lori Kerr came out.
Came out.
Fine play. I think that was Stacy Sueca. And East Brunswick trying to mount the offense.
Good idea, they're changing fields.
Lynn Bauer on the left wing trying to take it down. Nice play by Cedar Ridge. Cedar Ridge needs to get this ball out of their territory. The way this game's been, every time it's been down there, they've been unable to get East Brunswick out of that area of the field. We're down to 17:05 here, fourth period action. Game that we quite honestly thought we'd see more scoring. It's not to say East Brunswick hasn't had their opportunities.
Right. Or enough action. We've seen enough action.
Lisa Gagno, look at the speed. Just picked up by the Cedar Ridge goalie. Came out awfully far.
That was a nice run.
That was a close play, Kevin.
That was very close.
Another step by Lisa Gagno, and it was all hers.
Be careful too, because the goalkeeper is a special person out there in terms of, you know, it's the only person on the field that can use their hands. So it's a very tough, touchy situation out there with someone coming at you full blast. and only being able to use your feet.
Oh, mental mistake there
was a
by
mistake,
Cedar Ridge.
yeah.
Now East Brunswick will have a throw in deep in the Cedar Ridge territory. Debbie Kirshner looks for Lisa Gagno.
Nope. It's kind of tough with 7 defenders back there. Still playing that type of a game.
Okay, waiting for a ball to be thrown over. Sometimes even the ball boys can't keep up with the action. Laura Bernstein throws it in. Looking for Lynn Bauer. Debbie Kirshner to Lynn Bauer, back to Kirshner. There's Lynn Bauer on the wing, looking to set something up.
Oh,
nice play.
No one there. That was a very nice play. Right through her legs, I think that ball went.
Yeah. Cedar Ridge on the push. Here's Lori Feller. Lori will probably push this to Susan. No. Cut off.
Laura Bernstein coming all the way over from the left fullback all the way to the right-hand side of the field. Overlapping there very well. Going to be kind of tough for Chris Manuel to get her job back when she comes back to the team, I think. They're just trying to get that kick and that fast break.
Nice kick. Amy Graff punches it up to Lisa Gagno. Lisa out onto the wing for Lynn Bauer. Oh, Lynn takes a hard tumble. She's up, she's limping a little bit. Maybe Kirshner.
Ooh.
There's a shot in terms of an opportunity. And knocked out by Cedar Ridge.
I think she got the wind knocked out of her a little bit to make a fast run down there on that one.
East Brunswick on the throw in. That was Katie Gilliland with the throw in. Cedar Ridge with a threat. And it stopped. Nice defensive play. Lori Feller with the help from Stacy Sueca.
Very nice job, Lori did containing her there. Got to be careful in that penalty box. If you make a serious mistake, you're getting a penalty kick, and I don't think the Bears want that at this point. I think both teams, John, are getting tired out there,
yeah.
not just one team.
Very hard played game.
Yeah.
A lot of action, a lot of bumping, pushing.
A lot of girls falling at fast speeds too, and no one getting hurt. That's good.
Well, that feels an ideal condition. Okay, Cedar Ridge with the direct kick. Here's a shot up in the air. Susan Kerr's coming out for it. She's bumped, but she makes the play. Cedar Ridge has been unable to maintain any consistent pressure on offense.
Although if they come out of here with a 1-0 victory, they might consider it a moral victory. I mean, a 1-0 loss.
Yeah.
You know, say
Cedar
Cedar Ridge comes
yeah.
out of here, maybe coming in thinking they might, you know, lose 3 or 4 to 1 or something like that. Because they're going to undoubtedly play again in the regular season, and then they might just meet again in the county and state tournament. So they have a
nice pass, Lisa. Is that Lisa Gagno on the pass?
It's a dangerous place. You can't kick the ball when she's on the ground. Yeah, that was close, and it was nice too.
I think that was Leon Schwartz who made the
pass to her.
The pass through to Lisa Gagno. Off to the right. We're down to 10 minutes here in the 4th period. Again, East Brunswick leading 1-0. Lynn Bauer comes off the field and gets a nice hand.
She's played rather aggressively. You deserved it.
Cedar Ridge goalie. She's done quite well tonight, Kevin, the Cedar Ridge goalie.
She's done extremely well.
Considering the pressure that's been on her since the start of the game. Nice head.
And even considering the one and only goal that's been scored.
Actually, yeah.
Right. It was scored
She's
by
had
a
him shut
defender.
out.
That's right.
Right, East Brunswick will keep the pressure on Cedar Ridge. Stacy Swayka fighting her way. Ball gets
Almost
away.
literally fighting her way there. Yeah.
Back up. Cedar Ridge, for only about the 3rd time this period, is in East Brunswick territory. And East Brunswick stops another attempted drive.
Girls don't give up.
That was Robin Staloff, number 37.
He was down on the ground 3 times, got up 3 times, still had the ball.
Robin again, she's a fighter.
Down and up and down and up. A nice kick by the Cedar Ridge girl.
East Brunswick showing a nice blend of skill, aggressiveness. Cedar Ridge just cannot penetrate that defense. This is Lisa Gagno looking for the middle.
Good idea there. Nice pass. Change the course of the field there. And the handball on Cedar Ridge, we have a direct kick.
Just try to lay it up in the air, Kevin.
You can see how defenders are real tight there on trying to get that offside trap there, so they're probably just going to maybe chip it to the far side, to the right-hand side of the field, and I would think that's what we would do.
All right, Stacy Swayka with the direct kick.
Direct kick.
Yeah, that was direct.
Said I'm going for it. I'm going to try it.
Laura Bernstein. There's Laura Feller. Lori Feller.
There's a run. Hit it.
There's a shot. Off the hands of the goalie. Nice save.
Once again. Once again.
Leanne Schwartz put it on the money.
That she did. Goalie came out, cut that angle down, and didn't have much to play with there.
Down to 5:47. East Brunswick will have a corner kick. Ball's up.
Nice kick. Pivot and hit.
Lisa, wide left.
Nice shot on goal there.
We have some substitutions now for both sides. Boy, as an opposing coach, Kevin, it's got to be disheartening to see these substitutes come in. I mean,
Yeah.
you know. And you know you don't suffer, they don't suffer anything in terms of quality,
Right.
being East Brunswick.
Not one bit. I think it was the first year Coach Costa said he had to cut kids. He had just so many kids out this year. Or maybe it was the first time, maybe it was the first time he cut a senior. So he had just so many younger kids this year at each position. And he said he was pretty sick about it, but I guess when you have kids like Leanne Schwartz and new kids in the community like Amy Graff, there's a
Lisa Gagno, shot,
Ooh.
wide right. She's had her opportunities
that
tonight.
she has. She must have taken a dozen shots on goal herself.
Well, I think Cedar Ridge is going to have to do something. We're down to 4 minutes left in the game. And they haven't mounted a threat yet. Here's a shot. Goalie will field it, kick it away for Cedar Ridge. Cedar Ridge is just not able to get that ball out of their territory. Amy Graff puts her head in there.
Yeah, just stole that ball right away from that goal.
Leanne Schwartz on the right wing. Try to save it. She's got it. Dump it back to Lori Feller. Shot. Well, you think the law of averages would come into play here at some point.
Right.
Laura Bernstein.
Handball.
And East Brunswick cuts it off again.
Coach Coast is playing a little bit of a defensive game here now, too. He's making sure the halfbacks hustle back to play defense in these situations.
Well, with a 1-0 score, anything
Sure.
is possible. And 2.5 minutes left in the game. East Brunswick drops back on defense. Cedar Ridge throws it in. Nice play by Lauren Bauer. Lynn Bauer. I'm having trouble keeping track of the names.
Right,
here.
there are a lot of Lauras and Lyns and Lisas out there.
And Cedar Ridge will dump it back to their goalie. That's not going to do much for them in terms of scoring. And Schwartz. Laura Feller crossing over. Lynn Bauer. No, that's Debbie Kirshner.
Down there in the corner.
Takes a shot.
Right over Gina Puglisi's head there.
I'm sorry, I said before Laura Feller with that shot, it was Gina Puglisi. Down to 1:40 to go in the game. East Brunswick still with pressure on Cedar Ridge. Debbie Kirshner pops it up.
She threw, very nice.
Saved by Cedar Ridge goalie.
These kids are still running up and down the field like it's first period. Ooh. I think I might have called a push there.
Feller again in the middle.
Oh, that ball is beautifully stolen there.
Amy Graff taking it away, and East Brunswick back on the offensive.
Under a minute, John. I think we're going to wind up with a 1-0 game.
44 seconds and counting. Do you send everyone downfield if you're Cedar Ridge?
No, I don't think so. Not like hockey. Open net. Nope. You just kind of try to punch it and see if they get a runner through there.
23 seconds. And East Brunswick's undefeated streak should remain intact as the ball is pushed down into Cedar Ridge territory. 13 seconds. And it looks as though East Brunswick will go 10-0 overall and 9-0 in the conference and take over sole lead of the division. And that's it. It's a final.
1-0.
As the girls got to congratulate one another on the field. Kevin, you're Lou Cosa. You've got to be happy, obviously, with the win. 1-0. Can you be disappointed that you didn't have more goals?
I don't think so, because this is one of the tougher games he's going to have during the course of the year playing Cedar Ridge. And you can't be disappointed because the girls played well.
Yeah.
As the audience saw, our girls were up and down the field, switching, overlaying on each one, and you cannot be disappointed. We had numerous shots on goal. Defense played outstanding game. Sue Kerr, if she made 4 saves, she made a lot. And I'm sure he's happy with the way they played.
Well, if there was any doubt about East Brunswick's ranking in the state, I think it was cleared up tonight. They played a good Cedar Ridge team. Cedar Ridge coming in undefeated. And East Brunswick maintaining a tough offense and a superior defense to shut down Cedar Ridge. 1-0 the score here at J. Doyle Field. So for Kevin McEvoy, I'm John Meggiolaro. Thank you for being with us here at Channel 8.